Hello friends, today we will talk about SAP S4 HANA. So what is SAP and what is S4 HANA? So we will talk in details. So let's get started. What is SAP? In details we will discuss in our next slide. Coming to S4, it is just a version and HANA is just a name of the database. So in SAP, whatever transactions we are doing, we are creating the orders, we are receiving the orders, we are creating the production orders, we are creating the financial data, we are creating the sales data, or any data, whatever we are creating in SAP software, that is going to store in a database. So the name of that database is HANA database. We'll also talk about the attendees who can attend SAP training, what are the different certifications we have, what are the different level of certifications we have, how is the career we have in SAP in future, and what are the different module we have in SAP. So SAP is called as a system application and products in data processing. So don't call it SAP. It is called as SAP and it is a ERP software. Okay. So what is ERP? ERP is called as enterprise resource and planning. So enterprise means the organization for which we will be working. And the resources, who are the resource for an organization? Employees. So manpower, machine, method, money. So these are all we require to run any business. So these are the resources for any organization. And planning. So why we need planning? We need to plan everything in an organization, right? So that is how we use this SAP ERP software to run the business. Now, coming to the training part, who can attend SAP training? Who are the attendees we have? Right? So in SAP, we have two different type of training. One is functional training and another one is technical training. So who can be the attendees for technical training? IT graduates or the computer science engineers. If they are good in coding, they can go for technical. Okay. If you're good in functional part, like if you don't want to go for coding, because coding is not required for functional training. So who can go for functional training? MBA graduates, engineers with any stream, any branch. It can be your electrical, mechanical, civil, anybody. Employees who are currently working, maybe they are working in some different domain, but they want to upskill in SAP and they want to get into SAP industry. BCom graduates, BBA, BSc IT, BCA. So these are the attendees who can attend SAP training for functional and technical. Okay. Now, coming to the certification part. So there are 3 levels of certification in 9 different languages. So it depends which language you are going to select. Okay. And these are the level of certifications. First level of the certification is associate certification. Once, if you have cleared associate certification, you can go for the specialist, and the final one is the professional certification. Now, what is the cost for certification? If we talk about the costing part, yeah, individually, if you are going for the certification for one attempt, then it will be costing around 17,500 something. But if you are buying a package where you will be getting the 6th attempt, so for that you have to pay around 45 to 50,000 in between. I'm not sure, but this is what the range I'm just going to tell you. Okay. And next question, do we really go for this certification? Do we need this certification? I would say if you are good in subject, then only you go for the certification. If just for the name, if you are going for the certification, and if you are going to mention this in your resume, the interviewer will expect that you are good in this subject. So he can ask the subject in details. So if you're good in the subject, if you have command in your modules, then go for the certification. Otherwise, it is not mandatory. You can do it later. Okay. Now, next is what are the different roles we have after completion of SAP training, and how is the career? So coming to the role part, once you will complete this training, when you will start your job, you can get the job in 2 roles. One role will be as an user, where you will be working in the data only. And coming to the consulting role, where you will be working as a consultant, you will be working as an architect, where you will provide SAP solution to the customers. So always you will get value in consulting role. And coming to growth, and salary part, you have better growth always in the consulting role. You have very good growth. Nowadays, SAP is very hot in the market. As well as the salary part, it is very good. You will get very nice salary nowadays. I would say almost you are getting uh, more than 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs. But it depends. So it is completely depends on your years of experience. So how many years of experience you have. So if we'll talk about freshers, for freshers, it will, if it is not a campus hiring, if it is just like just you are trying to search your job in SAP, maybe initially it can be in between 3 to 5 lakhs of range. Once you are experienced, like if suppose you have worked for 3 years or 5 years of experience, it can be more than 10 lakhs. If you are 10 plus years of experience, you will be getting more than 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs. It depends. Okay. So I'm just giving you a rough idea on this. Now coming to the modules part. So these are the different module, and each and every module will have their own certification. Okay. So what are the different use of this modules? As we know, so what SAP has done lot of research and development in every industry. And they found that for each and every industry, for each and every department, they need a software. So based on that, SAP has also created the software based on the departments. So these are just few department names, few module name I have just mentioned here. We have more than 50 modules in SAP. Now, don't say that, do we have 50 departments in a company? No, it is depend on industry to industry. Okay. It can be your health industry, it can be your pharma industry, it can be your rubber industry, it can be your oil industry, it can be your retail industry, it can be your universities, anything. Okay. Now, what is MM? MM is called as material management, which is called as sourcing and procurement in S4HANA. Earlier, it was called as material management, but in S4HANA, we are calling it as sourcing and procurement. FICO, which is called as finance and controlling, which is, and so this material management, what is the use of this material management? They are taking care of the procurement activities of the organization, procurement and the inventory management. Okay. Now coming to the FICO, this is finance and controlling. So they are taking care of the finance department. PP is completely relevant to the production. So what are the productions the companies are doing? What products they are manufacturing? They are taking care of that. Coming to the PM, PM is called as the plant maintenance. So they are doing all the maintenance activities within the plant. HCM, it is relevant to the HR department. So all the HR activities are going to maintain in HCM module. Then we have SD. SD is a sales and distribution. So whatever the sales activities are happening, that is taken care by SD module. Security, they are taking care of the security of the system. EHS, EHS is environment, health and safety software. Okay. Or EHS module, I would say. Yeah. ABAP is a technical module. So for this, you need coding knowledge. You should have the coding knowledge for this. Okay. So all the IT and CS graduates, they can go for ABAP if they are good in coding side. It doesn't mean that if you are IT and CS graduates, then only you are going for ABAP. If you're good in coding and suppose you are a BCA graduate or BSc graduate, you can also go for ABAP. Okay, there is not any restriction for this. If you're good in coding, you can go for ABAP module. Now coming to PS, PS is a module which is called as a PS project system. Okay, EWM, where we are going to maintain our warehouse, how the materials are going to manage in the warehouse. So if you go to the big warehouses, there will be a lot of materials. The customers will have multiple warehouses like Amazon. So you might have seen the Amazon have warehouse everywhere nowadays. Right? So that is how it is going to maintain. Basis is a module where whatever the users or the IDs we are user ID and the password, what are the transactions we are using in the system, those all will be whatever the transactions, then the request data. So many things are there from basis, and just the view I'm just giving you. So this is the role of the basis. So this is what I just wanted to share with you. So if you have any issues, you can just comment below, and so that we will get back, or our team will get back to you. Thank you.